Have you ever found yourself replaying over and over what you did wrong in the past? That mistake at work you just can't forget. That relationship that ended but still weighs on you. Or those words you said that you can't take back. Clinging to what's already happened is like carrying a backpack full of invisible stones, keeping us from moving forward with freedom and lightness. That's why today I want to help you let go of that burden. To do that, we're going to explore 7 practical keys, inspired by some of Buddhism's deepest teachings, to learn to free ourselves from those feelings of guilt and memories that hold us back. We'll go step by step through each of the 7 keys, with clear explanations, everyday examples, and short exercises that will help you put them into practice in your daily life. At the end, I'll give you a 3-step compass you can use whenever you feel weighed down by memories. If you can, take some notes, because writing boosts engagement and improves learning. If not, you can save this video to keep it handy and listen to it again later. And if these teachings resonate with you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode, and we can keep walking this path of calm and freedom together. Let's get started. 1. Recognize the power of your mind. We often believe that suffering comes directly from what happened in the past. We think, if that hadn't happened, I'd be at peace now. But the Buddha taught something very profound. It isn't the event itself that binds us, but the way our mind keeps replaying that memory over and over. As the teachings say, the mind precedes all states. If we speak or act with an impure mind, suffering follows us like the wheel follows the ox that pulls the cart. If we speak or act with a pure mind, happiness follows us like our own shadow. Think about this. An argument from years ago can suddenly pop into your mind. And even though it's long over, your body tenses up, your heart beats faster, and you feel the same anger or sadness all over again. What happened? It was your mind bringing an echo of the past into the present. News is that just as the mind can be our jailer, it can also help set us free. When we stop constantly feeding those memories, they gradually start to lose their power. And now, let's see how to put this into practice with this brief exercise. The next time a painful memory comes up, don't try to fight it or justify it. Just repeat to yourself, this is in the past. It's not happening now. Take a deep breath and get back to what you were doing. This simple mental label will help you break the automatic identification with what happened. Remember, you are not your past. You are the awareness that observes. And by training your mind, you begin to transform your relationship with your story. 2. Practice mindfulness in the present moment. When the mind gets caught up in the past, it's like traveling in a time machine that only runs backward. It pulls us out of the here and now and leaves us trapped in a place that no longer exists. Mindful attention is the antidote. It's what lets us return to the present moment, right where life is happening. The teachings make it very clear. Mindfulness is the path to real living, while distraction is a kind of living death. When we're attentive, every moment feels fresh. When we're distracted, even the most beautiful things go unnoticed. Think of a simple example. You're eating your favorite dish, but instead of enjoying it, your mind replays an awkward conversation from the past. The flavor is there, but you don't taste it. The meal ends, and with it, you missed the chance to savor the present. And now, let's see how to put mindfulness into practice with this short exercise. Before you begin a meal, take a shower, or start any daily activity, pause for a moment. Take 3 deep breaths, feeling the air go in and out. Then, start your activity, bringing your full attention to what you're doing, as if you were experiencing it for the first time in your life. With this simple practice, the mind learns to come home, the only place where we can truly live free from the weight of the past. 3. Understand the law of karma. Often the past weighs on us because we think, I've already messed it up, there's nothing I can do. We get stuck in our mistakes as if they were a life sentence. But the Buddha's teachings remind us of something very liberating. We're not slaves to what has already happened. What matters isn't what we did yesterday, but what we choose to do today. Karma, which means action, teaches that every thought, word, and deed is like a seed we plant in the garden of our lives. The seeds of the past are already in the ground. We can't dig them up. But right now, we have new seeds in our hands, and those are the ones that will determine the future. Imagine someone who was in a relationship where they acted selfishly or out of anger. They could spend years beating themselves up over it. But if today, in their current relationships, they cultivate patience, respect, and compassion, they'll be planting new seeds that will bear different fruit. The past can't be erased, but it doesn't bind us either. Every present moment is a chance to start over. And now, let's see how to put this into practice with a simple exercise. When you notice your mind replaying a past mistake, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what seed do I want to plant right now? It can be a kind word, a gesture of patience, an act of care. Choose consciously and sow in the present. In this way, we go from being prisoners of what we've done to gardeners of what's to come. The past is already written, but the future is still being drawn with every action we take today. 4. Let go of the idea of a fixed self. One of the biggest obstacles to letting go of the past is believing that what we did defines us forever. We think, I'm a failure because I made that mistake, or I'm a bad person because I hurt someone. We identify with the memory as if it were our true identity. But the teachings show us something very different. There is no fixed, unchanging self. What we call the self is a constantly changing process. Thoughts that appear and dissolve, emotions that come and go, memories that come and then transform. Clinging to them as if they were a permanent essence only leads to suffering. Imagine that at some point you lied or acted in a way you now regret. If you think, I'm a liar, you chain yourself to that past. But if you see it as, that was an unwise action in that moment, then it becomes something temporary, not a life sentence. And now, let's see how to put this into practice with a short exercise. The next time a painful memory comes up, pause for a second and observe it. Whisper or repeat silently, this happened, but it's not me. It's not mine. It doesn't define me. Take a deep breath and let those words sink in. Every time we do this exercise, we realize that identity is much lighter than we thought. We are not the past. We are beings in motion, capable of transforming ourselves moment by moment. 5. Accept impermanence. Another reason we get stuck in the past is that we unconsciously believe things don't change. We cling to a painful memory as if it were still just as real and heavy as when it happened. But the truth is that everything, absolutely everything, is constantly changing. The teachings remind us all conditioned things are impermanent, and this, far from being just a philosophical idea, is a practical key to our liberation. Nothing stays the same, not emotions, not wounds, not even memories. Think of something that once hurt you deeply, maybe a loss, a disappointment, a failure. At the time, it felt unbearable, and yet, over time, that wound began to soften. Maybe it doesn't hurt the same way anymore, or you even learned something valuable from it. That's impermanence in action. And now, let's see how to put this into practice. Take an everyday object. It could be a piece of fruit, a flower, or a photograph, and observe it calmly. Notice how it's changing. The fruit that ripens, the flower that withers, the photo that gradually wears out over the years. Let that contemplation remind you that the same is true of your emotions and memories. They arise, change, and eventually dissolve. By accepting impermanence, we stop fighting the past and understand that it too changes and fades away. And with that understanding, we learn to live more lightly in the present. CX, don't be hard on yourself. Cultivate loving kindness. Often, more than the memory itself, what hurts us most is the way we punish ourselves for it. We repeat harsh words to ourselves. How could I be so stupid? Or, I'm never going to forgive myself for that. That's how we turn the past into a chain we drag around day after day. But the teachings show us another way. Instead of continuing to beat ourselves up with guilt, we can open our hearts to ourselves with loving kindness. Just as we wish happiness for our loved ones, we also need to learn to wish ourselves peace and forgiveness. Imagine a good friend makes a mistake and comes to tell you about it. The last thing you'd do is insult or humiliate them, right? You probably say something like, "It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is what you do from here on out." Well, that's the same compassionate treatment we need to give ourselves. Now let's see how to put this into practice with an exercise. When a memory from the past makes you feel guilty, close your eyes, breathe calmly, and place a hand on your chest. Whisper or repeat silently, "May I forgive myself. May I be at peace. May I learn and move forward." Breathe gently as you let these phrases sink into your heart. Over time, this simple gesture dissolves the negativity we hold toward ourselves and turns guilt into understanding. We can't let go of the past if we remain chained to self-resentment. True freedom begins with self-kindness. 7. Open your heart to universal forgiveness. The final step in letting go of the past is to stop carrying resentment toward others. Sometimes we think that holding on to anger gives us a sense of justice, as if refusing to forgive were a way to protect ourselves. But in reality, that resentment only keeps us tied to what happened, reliving the pain over and over again. The teachings put it powerfully. Just as a mother protects her only child with her very life, so we should cultivate a heart full of benevolence toward all beings. And that love makes no exceptions. It includes those who have loved us as well as those who have hurt us. Think of someone you still resent. Maybe a friend who betrayed you, a family member who didn't support you, or someone who hurt you. When you think of them, anger or sadness comes up. Now imagine that this person also acted out of their own ignorance and suffering. Understanding this doesn't justify what they did, but it opens the door to forgiveness. And now, to work on this, let's do this simple exercise together. Close your eyes and begin by wishing yourself peace. May I be well. May I be at peace. Then direct the same wish to a loved one. Afterward, make the effort to send it to that difficult person as well. May you be well. May you be at peace. Finally, extend that benevolence to all beings, near and far. This exercise doesn't change what happened, but it does change the way you carry it in your heart. Because true forgiveness doesn't erase the past. It frees the present so you can live with ease and compassion. Today, we've gone through 7 keys together that can help you let go of the past and live more lightly. Let's review them briefly so you can keep them top of mind. First, we recognized the power of the mind. We understood that it's not the event itself that makes us suffer, but the way our mind replays that memory over and over again. Second, we saw the importance of mindfulness. Whenever we return to the present with awareness, we stop fueling the stories of the past and discover the freshness of this moment. Third, we came to understand the law of karma. What matters isn't what's already happened, but what we choose to do here and now. Every action we take today sows the future. Fourth, we let go of the idea of a fixed self. We are not the mistakes we've made. We are beings in motion, capable of transforming ourselves in every moment. Fifth, we accept impermanence. Everything changes. Memories, emotions, even pain. Nothing stays the same forever. Sixth, we learned not to punish ourselves. Instead of beating ourselves up with guilt, we can treat ourselves with loving kindness, just as we would treat a good friend. And seventh, we open our hearts to universal forgiveness. For only by letting go of resentment toward others, even toward those who have hurt us, can we truly free ourselves. These 7 keys make up a practical roadmap for transforming our relationship with the past. It's not about forgetting what happened, but about not lugging it around like a backpack full of rocks. The past is gone. Life is here in the present, waiting for you to live it with calm, ease, and compassion. And now, to wrap up, here's a 3-step compass you can use whenever memories feel too heavy. It's quick and useful in any situation. Step 1, accept. As soon as you notice a memory come up, don't argue with it or push it away. Name it gently and say silently, it's a memory. It's over now. Let those words lower the intensity without having to fight what you're feeling. Step 2. Anchor. Bring your attention into the present moment with a 3-point physical anchor. Feel the soles of your feet on the floor. Notice the contact of your hands with each other or with an object, and notice the most distant sound you can hear right now. Relax your shoulders and make your exhale a little longer than your inhale. Step 3. Act. Choose a micro-action that plants a different seed now. A kind word, tidying something up in your space, drinking a glass of water with your full attention, or simply continuing your task with awareness. It's not about erasing the past, but about steering the present. Use it whenever you need it. 3 steps, 1 minute, and you're back in the present moment feeling lighter. And that's it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming this far with me. I hope these 7 keys help you leave behind a bit of the weight we so often carry from the past, so you can walk more lightly into your present. Now I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments which of these insights resonated most with you today. Which one do you feel you can start putting into practice to let go of part of your past? Your experience could inspire others who are going through the same thing. If you know someone who's too caught up in guilt or memories that cause them pain, share this video with them. We never know when a word will reach someone at just the moment they need it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. Every week, we continue practicing together to live with more calm, lightness, and inner freedom. Thank you for being here, for your time, and for your practice. See you in the next video.